and welcome to another episode of Techfanaticofficial, your honest guide to the Cryptoverse. Today, I'm going to talk about StepApp and also about the whole move to earn fit finance industry, which is also a gamified utility, as I call it. So if you have been involved in the crypto space, especially in the last 3 months, you see a lot of movement going, up and down between different projects, because the market has been sort of stable in terms of for a few weeks, maybe having an uptrend and a downtrend. And it's not a market that used to be really bullish last year. But having said that, there are certain areas that make great profits and people who invest in them have really great outcomes. And that's because I think COVID is ending. With the COVID finishing and also people looking for some more outdoor activities, more utilities outside of just the crypto space and metaverse, people like to see projects that connect them to NFTs that have in real life utility, applications that are connected to the blockchain with in real life utility, and also things like exercise, sports, and other components like that. For example, I missed out personally on StepApp, and it was a really big one to an extent that even some people in my work who don't really necessarily know about crypto, they told me, hey, we're going to buy this NFT, and what do you think about it? Should we invest or not? And of course, I don't give financial advice, but having said that, if you see, it was released around a month ago, and the market cap was already quite high at 100 mil or something. And right now it's reaching 1.4, and it's continuously having a better uptrend. Now, I don't want to zoom in into this topic, but I think the reason is, again, people who are outside of the crypto space, people who are not relatively well connected to the crypto, but still want to be involved and also want to see that gamified, that utility aspects of it, would feel more connected to this project than, say, a layer 1 or layer 2 blockchain project, or an NFT that's more utility is only within the blockchain space. So that's why these projects like StepApp, for example, are going to be more and more popular and bring a lot of people outside of crypto into the crypto space. So if we have a quick look into the website and into the pack, we can see what's the StepApp about. So they're gonna build a protocol which is a fitness finance, and StepApp is gonna be the first one on the protocol that's gonna be built on this. And if you want to understand the fitness finance, it's basically a market that has participants in the economy of the fitness finance making profit from it. And if you want to think about it in the same aspects as what happened in the game or play to earn mechanism, in the gaming space, before the whole play to earn economy, a lot of the gaming projects were developed. This is before the blockchain. And then certain markets like Steam and others were the ones who were part of this money-making part of the economy, whereas a lot of the players could not utilize the income from it. Now, I'm not saying play to earn is a good concept or a bad concept, but it opened door to decentralization of the GameFi. And the same is happening now with the fitness industry, to allow people who use it and consume these products also to earn some income and also be involved in the part of the decentralized economy for this fitness finance. So one of the aspects for this application, and that's the market for it is 200 billion. So one of the applications for the protocols in fitness finance is that they have augmented reality, they have geolocation, they have NFT, they have Metaverse, all in one pack. That's why the gamified economy and gamified utility is very important for it. Now, what is some of the unique points for StepApp itself, which I like, is, first of all, they haven't involved any VCs. So if you've watched my videos previously, you see every time I'm covering a video, there are a lot of VCs involved, and those VCs have backing of projects. Some of them are good VCs, some of them are not so good VCs when I'm covering it. Now, in this one, they're not actually relying on too many of these VCs, and that's because they want to have a more fair economy. People can purchase it in the public round, or there's only one round, there's no seed or private round. Basically, they can buy it at the same round before it goes to the market. It's the fairest model that they're thinking about. And if you think about it, this is very smart, because they want to have as many wallets and as many people as possible to have access to this project. So being fair, being decentralized, and getting as many users in terms of the acquisition is really, really good idea. Now, as I said, this is a protocol for fitness finance. Previously, we have StepApp and Genopets, and the StepApp is addressing the whole market with the protocol they're building on FitFi, and they have a software development kit, which with that, they're gonna enable you to be able to mint NFTs, have trading functions, they have user onboarding, on-ramp, token mechanism, and a lot of other powerful mechanisms that the software development kit is gonna bring. So this is the foundation for the fitness finance protocol for StepApp, and they have the early mover advantage as well. Now, if you wanna just have a think about a few unique selling points and advantages of StepApp, one is that they're planning, and with their goal is to be a dominant application from the beginning as a first mover. They want to have on-ramp allocation. So people from retail space, people who don't necessarily know crypto, as I mentioned, to come into this space as well. They want to have a big network for fitness influencers, for athletes to also join this, to be as an ambassador. And also they want to have StepApp and the protocol and Metaverse to be involved not only in the blockchain space, but something that can be advertised outside blockchain for people who are, fitness, you call them gym junkie or fitness enthusiast, I would call them. And that's why they have this economy development for the project. Now, apart from the gamification, which I mentioned, you have a lot of utilities. So you can do the jogging for walking, running, the competitions that you can have with your friends or compete to earn. And you can also have the sneak to earn. So one of the other cool things that they're doing, apart from all the running, they have the early sign up campaign on their website, and they provide you with a chance to get a free sneaker, of course, NFT, sneak to earn. And then this helps you in both ways. So it helps them acquire lots of users, which is what's required for this project, and help a lot of major athletes to be on board. But at the same time, it helps you as the user to be a part of the gaming economy for this project. Because the mistake a lot of the play to earn have made is they overestimated themselves, and they underestimated the importance of daily active users. I would say 90% of them don't have that, unfortunately. Whereas this project can easily have a lot of daily active users, especially by giving those NFTs for free. It's a small investment they are making in the long term. And this is the UX or UI for the application on how it's going to work. So you have the trainer, you can run in the application. It shows how many tokens you've gained based on how much running you had. And also it gives you all the information here. Now, as I mentioned, in terms of the features and functions, they have the augmented reality, they have the gamification component and the earning component combined, which makes a really powerful combination right now as a narrative for the blockchain sector. Now, in terms of the game economy, which is something I really like in the project, the token utility and token economy is involving staking. It has liquidity incentives, it has buyback, it has burn. It's driven by the demand from the gameplay and also from the game economy of the project. There are two tokens in this project. So there's going to be the governance token, which is the FitFi token. And then there is the KCal, like kilocalorie, I guess, KCal tokens, which is the in-game token. And the token which is in-game is used for you to purchase the sneakers, which then you can use them to run and use it for staking and making an income. So in terms of income, you can think of it, the play component has three ways to have the income. So the transactions you're going to have in the game or in the application, any purchases that you make without the non-sneak component, like the map styles, skins that you're going to buy, sneak skins, because remember, it's a metaverse and you can gamify it basically in that metaverse. Any of those that the purchase you're doing on ramp or off ramp, so via credit card or via crypto, is going to basically help you and help the project with the economy as some fees. The stake play, so if you're playing with other players and you have match against them, you can also get to compete and it's using the governance token, which is the FitFi token, and 2.5% fee applies on the winning pool. So another way to make money in this project as a revenue stream. They have the tournament gaming, as I mentioned. You can compete to earn, running campaigns or even marathons, and participation in these tournaments requires a ticket purchase, of which, you're part of the prize pool, and the game gonna take 5% of all of the ticket fees. You have the NFT income. So the NFT marketplace is going to have a 2.5% fee applied to any trade in the NFT market, in the in-app NFT marketplace that they're going to have. And the sale of the limited edition sneakers also going to be issued once a month. So that's the second part of the economy. Now, the FitFi token, which is the focus of the token today, which I'm going to talk about the tokenomics in more detail, has 5 key utilities. So there's going to be the buyback. So 50% of the income that's in this ecosystem for the StepApp is going to be used to buy tokens on the market to relatively help with the pricing of the project. In terms of the burn, the governance in the project, by holding the FitFi token, you're going to be part of the governance economy, and the governance people can vote if you want to burn up to 50% of those tokens that are purchased back, which means they're going to reduce the supply and they're going to increase the demand. There's going to be up to 50% of the tokens to be given to stakers. There's going to be locked staking as well, which has 10-day cooldown period and has 12% fee if you want to bypass. If you want to stake, great. But if you want to take it out, you need to wait 10 days or pay 12% fee, which the fee then goes back to the game economy. They have liquidity incentive of the weighting in staking rewards. If you do liquidity, you get 50% more weightage in that, which is sensible because there's more risk when you do a liquidity provision. Then the token in value application. So that's more, so that was the game economy. And that's what you can do in the game itself with the FitFi. So again, you can do the staking and you can unlock sneak and avatar skins, which are shown to you in the leaderboard. You get discount on the royalty fee that's charged on the trading if you're a holder of the tokens, and it's even more if you're staking. There's a buyback, and then there's a staking yield up to 50% of the NFT trading fees basically coming to you. The secondary token, which is the KCAL token, and it's not the one you can purchase right now in the IDO, but it's the one that it's within the game. It's going to give you 3 functionalities. So it's going to be the minting functionality, and it can be the sneakers only can be minted if you're having those KCAL tokens. The earning mechanism is when you're running with the sneak, you can earn more KCALs, which means in the future, then you can buy more sneaks itself, and then you can trade it and make FitFi. In terms of the staking as well, so if you're staking your sneaks, then you can earn the KCAL. And the KCAL is issued in epochs, which are the block epochs of every 10 days. And if you unstake before the claim, if it's unstake before that 10-day, the pending KCAL is banned basically. So you lose that. So make sure that doesn't happen to you. In terms of the distribution of the token, they have allocated 30% of the token for the mining component, so which is the move to earn component of the project. They have 20% for staking, so that's the liquidity, that's market making, that's incentives. 15% of the tokens go to the team. 14% is going to the public sale, which is happening now. 15% is for marketing, acquisition, licensing, partnerships, and 6% for existing partners, advisors, and consultants that they have. There's going to be a total of 5 billion tokens because it's a project that needs a lot of tokens for earning mechanism of the FitFi. So that's why it's 5 billion token. And I'll cover the valuation as well in a second. So if you come to Dao Maker website, they have all the information. So the token is called FitFi, the ticker of the token, the one that you're purchasing. It's an EVM compatible project. So it's going to be, for example, on Avax. It's going to have a token supply of 5 billion. The valuation of the project is $24.5 million. The initial market cap is going to be $343,000 only, which is 10% of the total raise. So if we go to the raise here, they're raising $3.4 million. And remember, this is for everything. This is for, so that is, as I said, there's no seed or private. They're raising 3.43 million from everyone. And at a valuation of $24 million for everyone to make it fair, as I mentioned, and that's 10% per month release, which is 343,000. The public SHO is going to be 1.7, which I'm going to cover later. And in terms of the release schedule, 10% of the tokens, so 10% of these 3.4 millions are going to be released on the token generation event. There's going to be a 90-day cliff to make sure there's more development for the project. And then there's going to be a 5% monthly release for the next, I would say, 20 months, if my calculation is correct, of the project. So this is how the token economy is going to work. And again, everyone is on the same round. It's a fair mechanism, making sure everyone can participate. Now, it's always important to also look at the roadmap and the differentiator. So if you look at the roadmap, the team setup happened in Q4 2021. The ideation happened then. In Q1 this year, they talked about the product specifications, the roadmap. They built the UX and UI for the application and created it. They're going to have the Genesis NFT sales in Q2 2022. They're going to have the beta launch of the application as well. They're going to have the token generation event and IDO this month, which is April. And they're going to have the mainland launch in Q3, NFT market launch in Q3. Q4, they're going to finalize their branding partnerships, store integration, on-ramp functionality, and IP components of it. So the roadmap is pretty simple and clear for a project like this. In terms of the overview, I'm just going to give you a quick summary as well about the differentiation between this project and the other projects in the current space. So we have Steps, and they're on Solana. StepApp also is on Solana. The market cap, again, this is variable, but let's say a few days ago, sitting at 1.4 billion and 72 million for Steps. Now, this one is 1.4 million, not diluted. This was 1.4 million market cap now at current dilution. If you move here, you can see it's 14 billion, sorry, fully diluted market cap. So 10 times more fully diluted market cap, which puts it actually at the, if it becomes fully diluted, at the like top 30 projects, I think, in the crypto space. And right now is already a top 100 project anyway. So yeah, 1.43 market cap for StepApp. Daily volume transactions is 2,100 million. It's probably changed right now. The daily volume is sitting at 1.6 billion, which is still a crazy amount. And in terms of the background, they have a lot of good VCs, plus Adidas, which is really great as a backer for the StepApp. And they have very good crypto tracking in VCs. Now with the StepApp, which is what we're talking about, it's EVM compatible. So it's not on Solana, it's EVM compatible, which is great. It sort of helps them move around different chains, most likely Avalanche. They have a very small market cap, 343,000 at launch. Daily volume is going to be pending what happens. They have Dao Maker, Zerion, Chiron Labs, Bitcoin, and Qton behind them. So they have a lot of crypto expertise behind the project. And I've already covered the roadmap. So this is one of the differentiators. And I really like this. I can even share the link, this visualization by CoinerVN that basically shows you the technology that they're using for the project and the product dive that they have. But I've already covered all of this in the previous sections of the video, so I don't need to go through it in more detail. Now, obviously, it's very important to know who are the people behind the project and the team. So if you look at the team behind it, we can see that there are people who are experienced previously in crypto. So they've got the CEO, who was the ex-CFO at Zerion.io. He has launched a lot of projects previously in the crypto space, like the Tokenomics wallet. And that's the first NFT wallet for Safari extension. And he founded and ran a lot of other projects in the space with a lot of successful cases. The CTO he used to be a blockchain lead at Symbiosis Finance. and has 5 years of experience in blockchain development. So he's very experienced in the DeFi sector. And they have the head of business development, who's also really experienced in the crypto space. But if you want to know more, you can go to Symbiosis and learn about the project right now, how much money is locked, or you can go even to Zarian and see what's the project about. So you get some more experience about what the team has in partnerships. Now they got Darpan, who has 20 years of industry experience in sports. He used to work with the McLaren racing team. He's now running Talisman and is working with really, really big brands like LA Lakers. He's working with Manchester City, and he has offices in Dubai, Singapore, and Shanghai. So there are really big companies that has been backed by this person. And if you go to his website, you can see the brands he's advised before. So it goes from IT to luxury goods all the way to tech like Google and Facebook, sports like Porsche, like McLaren, all the way to FTX, which is a leading right now, especially Solana backed and leading exchange right now. So he's got experience in a lot of really big companies and projects, which makes it really bullish actually. Now, they've also got other advisors. So they have the co-founder of Chiron Labs, and he's going to help them with the market making and liquidity. And usually they do really, really great market making. So they've gone partnership with projects like Animoca, Coty is from the Cardano chain, Dopex, DeFi Pulse Index, and CDFI. So really great projects to be a part of. They've got Tim, who's part of the Bitcoin Incorporation, Bitcoin Magazine, and he's an advisor in Qtum. And they've got Hatu, who is also the co-founder of Dao Maker, which is the project that's going to also launch this StepApp. In terms of ambassadors, they've got Daniel, who is a runner and as well as an accomplished rower. He's a champion in the 800 meters, and he's also a silver medalist. So they've got a real sports person as an ambassador already onboarded for the project. Now, usually I check the social media as well. So the social media is actually going pretty crazy about it. They've got the 60,000 followers on Twitter. They've got a lot of followers on Telegram and other social media, and they're building really heavily on the marketing and also influencers. So that's really great campaign to have. Now, in terms of the SHO or how you can participate, because good news is you still have a chance actually to participate in the SHO or strongholder offering for Dao Maker. So if you're not familiar with Dao Maker, you can search on cryptorank.io that they're the top launchpad right now. And they're also a sort of a venture capital, but they're also having a lot of value for public to participate. So the way they go through this sale is really interesting. So they're opening the door for everyone to be a part of this. And $1 million of the raise is for the strongholder people who hold the tokens of Dao Maker. And I'll put a link to this page that's going to give you the full guides of how the tiers work. Tier 1 is 2,000 DAO, and then tier 5 is 50,000 DAO. And you can check the pricing of the Dao Maker coin if you want to be part of the more private and exclusive offerings. They've opened actually almost double that to the public, which is really interesting. So it means you don't even need to hold the Dao Maker tokens. And I'll let you know in a second how you can participate. So the way these work, these strongholder offering for the public, is you need to hold $2,500, which you can see the rules. So you just need to hold $2,500, any asset, like let's say Ethereum or other assets in your wallet. And that's going to be the asset for you to calculate in here. So if let's say I have $2,500 worth of Ethereum or any other coin in my EVM compatible ERC-20 wallet, they're going to calculate it and see if I'm eligible or not. And that's going to be enough for me to actually enter this public SHO. Now, I'll just show you. For example, I've already participated, but I'm just going to show you, and I'm going to share a link for you how it works. So first, you go to the public offering from the main page that I just showed you, and then click on participate. Here, you need to register your wallet. I'm already connected, so my wallet is registered. you register successfully. So you put your detail, you put your name and information, and also you need to go to your account and make sure you have your KYC done, because obviously you need to be KYC to be participating in these. Now, if you hold that $2,500 worth, you can then come here, you can register, you follow the social media, it shows you the scoring you have, like this is my wallet score right now. But the cool part is you can also increase your chances by copying the link here. So you'll get a unique link to share with your friends. And if your friends use this link and you share it with them, referral link copied, if you share it with your friends, and if they participate in this sale or they register, you also get that 100% of their boost value. So I had some friends who participated here, and I'm getting a score of 106. And here it gives you a real-time winning chance. So my winning chance initially was really low, like 20%, but when I share with my friend, it went up to 77%, and now it's down to 73%. So I'm gonna share the link here, and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel, and I would appreciate it if you actually use mine as a referral point. And then when you sign up, make sure you use yours to share it to your other friends. And that way you also get a chance to be participating. And if you're lucky, basically what happens is that you get a notification that yes, you can participate in the public sale, and you have an amount that's being shown here. So the raise individual allocation can be $200, but it could be higher, it depends. It depends on if it's a public one or not. So depending on that, if you go here, because they say here it's 500 allocation per winning ticket. So you can actually participate with $500 or more as a public participant. So that's really great to participate at such an early stage. Again, make sure you follow all the steps. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section, and I'll make sure I put the guide for you. I'll also put this link for you to see all the end-to-end. Of course, if you want to boost your chances further, you can get the premium access by holding more Dao Maker tokens and staking them in their platform. You also get some yield for that. So I'll copy this, no problems. In terms of my final thoughts, I think this is a new narrative. This is really where a lot of people outside of blockchain are gonna look at and say, okay, this is something I'm interested, and initially maybe use the on-ramp function, but eventually even use the blockchain component and come into this space. As I mentioned, StepApp is a big one. You can see the success story, you can research it. And there were projects previously like dot moves as well, which I've done video, you can check in my channel, which again, you see the pricing here. The adoption here is amazingly high now because of the whole move to earn functionality and because of the interest of people in this concept. And this is also pretty cheap. So if you want to also buy a project off market, you could actually invest in dot moves. It's a bit different from the StepApp. So StepApp, I just explained to you the functionality. With dot moves, it's more of a little bit of a play to earn component as well. So you compete with your friends. Like they also have a dance to earn component, which is coming. You can check it in my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited just like me on why StepApp is going to be a really cool application actually to participate, and why you have a really strong chance to win if you participate in the StepApp public offering. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, you share this video with your friends, you share this link, and you participate in the public SHO offering. Thank you for watching this video, and see you next time.